even learned a little bit of Latin as we discussed terms like just cause, just conduct, and just peace as it relates to modern warfare. Jeremy was challenged by difficult readings, poignant videos, and frank discussions that were intended to expose and refine our collective sense of values and character. For Mom and others on the Zoom call today, it was clear from the start that you had already laid a solid moral foundation for Jeremy. During our time together in class, I simply needed to make fine-tuned adjustments to a moral compass that was already functioning very well. You should all be very proud for raising such a fine, upstanding young man. Jeremy, as you close out your college career and begin your military career, I want to thank you for being a great student. I want to thank you for setting a great example for our younger midshipmen as their commanding officer for the past year. Thank you for your desire to be a part of something bigger than yourself. And most importantly, thank you for your willingness to raise your right hand here in just a few minutes to swear an oath to support and defend our Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. XO Elstrode, I'll say the rest of my comments for a little bit later on, so I'll turn it back over to you.
Thank you, sir. We will now commission the Navy's newest officer. We will first read the commissioning warrant, followed by the officer's new rank insignia being placed on his uniform. The oath of office will then be administered. For those in the room with Midshipman First Class Kern, please feel free to move around and take pictures. Midshipman First Class Kern, please rise. By the President of the United States of America, to all who shall see these presents greeting, know ye that reposing special trust and confidence in the patriotism, valor, fidelity, and abilities of Jeremy Q. Kern, I do appoint this officer an ensign in the United States Navy, to rank as such from the 8th day of May, 2020. This officer will therefore carefully and diligently discharge the duties of the office to which appointed by doing and performing all manner of things thereunto belonging. And I do strictly charge and require those officers and other personnel of lesser rank to render such obedience as is due an officer of this grade and position. And this officer is to observe and follow orders and directions from time to time as may be given by the President of the United States of America or other superior officers acting in accordance with the laws of the United States of America. This commission is to continue in force during the pleasure of the President of the United States of America under the provisions of those public laws relating to the officers of the armed forces of the United States of America and the component thereof in which this appointment is made. Done at the city of Washington, the 7th day of October in the year of our Lord 2019, and the independence of the United States of America, the 243rd, for the President. Signed, Michael Gilday, Chief of Naval Operations, James McPherson, Acting Secretary of the Navy. I will now ask those family members and friends who will be placing their rank on our newly commissioned officer to please come forward. Attaching Ensign Kern's rank insignia is his mother, Natalie Rosito. Ensign Kern graduated with a Bachelor of Science in Mathematics with a double minor in Chinese Studies and Naval Science from the University of Houston. He will report to Naval Nuclear Power Training Command in Charleston, South Carolina for nuclear power training as a submarine officer. We will now administer the oath of office. The United States Uniformed Oath of Office is the same oath used across all the armed forces of the United States. The first oath of office was used in 1775 in the Continental Army. In 1776, following the Declaration of Independence, it was updated to include the language, the United States of America. In 1789, following the ratification of the Constitution, the wording was further changed Civil War. In its current form was established in 1959 and remains to this day. The oath of office will be delivered by Captain Simons, Houston Consortium's commanding officer.
Okay, Jeremy, you ready to do this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I realized I forgot to text your mom and ask her to lock the door to make sure I don't lose you. All right, if you'll raise your right hand and repeat after me, please. I state your full name.
I, Jeremy Q. Kern,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to support and defend
to support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
of America
of America
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
to bear true faith
to bear true faith
and allegiance to the same,
and allegiance to the same,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well
and that I will well
and faithfully discharge
and faithfully discharge
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
on which
on which
I'm about to enter.
I'm about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. Virtual handshake, Jeremy. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ensign Jeremy Kern, the Navy's newest officer, with a round of applause.
Congratulations, Jeremy.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Awesome. All right. Congratulations, Ensign Kern. Albert Einstein once said, try not to become a person of success, but rather try to become a person of value. For over 240 years, the men and women of our Navy and Marine Corps have stepped forward to serve our nation and defend our freedoms, our battles, our victories, our way of life are not owed to great moments or important dates, but rather to the actions and sacrifices of young men and women like yourself willing to step into the breach for their country and for the cause of freedom. They risked their lives for our land, for the American people, for the ideals that we all cherish. In other words, they became persons of value. I want to thank you, Jeremy, for becoming a person of value and for agreeing to serve. America is the great country it is today because of people just like you, people who I consider heroes, people who are willing to put their nation's interest above their own self-interest, people willing to put their love of country above their love of self. Congratulations again, Jeremy. You embody our Naval Corps values of honor, courage, and commitment extremely well. I wish you the best of luck as you embark on what I know will be a highly successful and very meaningful naval career. I will close with a traditional naval send-off. I wish you fair winds and following seas, Ensign Kern. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our ceremony. We're going to leave this Zoom call open for those of you that are disconnected so that you can chat amongst yourselves.